Hello, or welcome back to my channel. I've been doing this for some time now, but I don't have many followers. But I just wanted to show the horses now that they are hello. It's the 2nd of May, not hello Gandhi. Now that they are living outside. Yeah, he's got some. Oh, sorry. There. I'm sorry. Yeah, I won't pull too much in one go. It's a bit felted because of dirt and right. Well, I'll just leave him for now. A little bit here is bothering me. That's loose enough. The reason why they're out day and night, which I usually don't do, I always have them in at night, is because 2 weeks ago I broke 2 ribs. I'll try it to tell a short way. I went out on Vincent, the white horse there. In the evening, I just started riding again. I don't ride them in the winter, and I must say that in the summer or in the spring when I start riding them, they're a bit more frisky, although Lusitanos are in general quite calm. And a neighbor had left some shopping at my place, and she couldn't take it all on her bicycle, and she asked if she could leave the bag, and I said, "Oh, I'm just riding my horse that way, I'll take it." The bag, I put it in my backpack, was way heavier than I thought it would be. And I should have thought at that moment, like, you know, she can come back another time with the bicycle and pick it up. But I just promised her to bring it, so I just tacked up, I was actually in the process of tacking up anyway. Vincent, and I took the mochila, the backpack, and went on my merry way on that road there. The neighbor actually lives like 2 kilometers from here, and yeah, like sort of not even halfway, past halfway. He was looking at the sheep on the right side of the road because he hadn't seen them yet. And he didn't know there was a horse on the left side of the road because it arrived in the winter. And that horse came from far, galloping towards him. And he just freaked because, you know, he didn't know there was a fence between him, and he didn't know there was a horse there, and he just heard thundering hoofs, and he just took off. And that was all fine. But then, let me just show the horses in the meantime. One of the straps of my backpack, the left one, got out of its little holder. I don't know if you know how it works. Like, you know, you get the strap that goes through the plasticky thing. Anyway, it became undone. So the whole backpack, because it was quite heavy, swung to one side and basically pulled me off my horse. I didn't have a chance. And the worst thing is I fell on my backpack, and that's how I cracked my ribs. Vincent actually stopped a bit further on and looked at me, and when I got up he came back, and I thought he would come back to me. He came trotting up. Hello, Olímpio. He came trotting up to me, but then he decided he was still scared of the horse that he had to pass, and he went galloping home. Now I have to detangle that with not the camera in my hand. That's one of the consequences of staying out day and night. I can't detangle them every night if they come in with tangled manes. And yeah, so I was standing there and with no horse that went home, and I couldn't breathe very well. I was very scared, and luckily the girl that the neighbor that I had the shopping off, she wondered, you know, why it was taking so long. She was on her bicycle on her way back to see what was happening. So I said, "Oh, please call your partner," because he had a car, because I need to get to my house, because I need my stuff, because I need to get to the hospital. And and if she could please get to my horse, who was probably at the gate, and get him inside and the gates and with the other horses and take his tack off, which she did. And she did call her partner, but her partner took his right time. But before that, a neighbor stopped, and I said, you know, yeah, I fell off my horse, I broke ribs and I need to go to the hospital, and can you call an ambulance? And then at that time, when I was talking to them, the neighbor, the partner of the girl, also stopped, and I got into his car, and we had to wait at the crossroads for the ambulance, who said they couldn't find me, although that's nonsense, because my house is, you can see it from the crossroads. But anyway, we did all that. It took quite a while before I got into the hospital. In the hospital I had quite a terrible night because of the behavior of the personnel there, but I won't get into that. It's not horse related. But anyway, yeah, there's no way I can muck up the stable, so I just leave them outside day and night. And there is grass now, it's the right time for it. So they're very lucky. And they all got fat, of course, in a few days' time, because the grass is really this nice spring grass, and it's fattening them up, and they're quite happy. And I'm really pleased. Well, it sounds weird that Chico is dead, because with Chico in the group I couldn't leave them outside because he would not sleep and get fainting spells. But luckily these horses do sleep. I do want to take a video at night when there's a full moon to see if they lay down, who lays down and whatnot, how they spend the night. Hello, this is Honey. Yeah. Her owner is very sick, and she can't take care of her anymore, so she was given to me. And yeah, very nice pony. Right, so that's yeah, I thought I'll just take a video of them in the field and tell you the story about that. I fell off my bloody horse. Sorry for it's not his fault. That's the nice thing, that the next day, even though I was in terrible pain, I walked up to him in the field, and he wasn't sure about what I would do, but I stroked him, you know, and said like he was a good boy, and then he put his I was with my chest towards his chest, so you can picture it, and he put his head over my shoulder and pushed him, or pulled him rather, against his chest like a horse hug. So, you know, he he tried to make up for it, and it wasn't really his fault. I don't blame him. And also I'm more traumatized by the way I was treated in hospital than by the whole fall. It was just, you know, going fast for a bit, and then the backpack pulled me off. If I hadn't had the backpack, it would be fine. And that's another thing I want you to take away from this. If a horse spooks and runs because he really took fright of something, usually after a few hundred meters or yards, they will stop and realize, like, okay, let's look back what I was actually afraid of. So if you don't start pulling straight away and let them, you know, go for a little bit, it's quite easy to pull them back at some distance. But of course you can only do this if there's no imminent danger of running into traffic or something like that. But this is a country road, so, but yeah, so I would have just have him head a run, and then take him back and pull him back and to a normal speed. But yeah, I didn't get the chance because of the backpack. Oh, his tail is all tangled up as well. His tail does that. The other horses don't have that problem. But his hello, you get all matted and tangled. So I'll just do that off camera because I need two hands. And please tell me in the comments if you had any frights with falls, and how you keep your horses in, out, or partially in, partially out. As say, normally mine would be in for the night, which I think is a good system, because then you get to check them every night on wounds and tangled manes and tails. And you can, you know, have a ride or a brush or whatever. You have them handy right there. And yeah, of course you can get them out of the field, but my field, I don't know if you can actually see it, is quite substantial. It takes sometimes a quarter of an hour just to get a horse, so it's not it's easier if they're right there. So yeah, please tell me about your horses. Let's try to get a little community here, and tell me where you live. I am in Portugal, southwest Portugal, and you can probably hear by my accent I'm not Portuguese and I'm not English. I'm I'm Dutch. Right, that's Gandhi. That's what's her name? Honey. Pócótó, also a mare, despite the name ending on an O. Olímpio and Vincent. Vincent van Gogh. And he's a Lusitano, French trotter. No idea, some Arab blood. Probably Luso-Arabe or something. Garrano. Although her owner seems to think she's an Icelandic pony. Just tell me what you think. And he comes from Spain. No idea what kind of breed he is. He looks like the horses they have in the mountains. And yeah, that's all I can say from him. But and I have a home for neglected horses, ill-treated and old. So they all have their histories, and there's only a few. Actually, I can only ride Vincent. I can ride Olímpio technically, but I stopped riding him this year because he's 30, and he sort of didn't seem to enjoy it as much anymore. They're big mates, as you can see, which helps with the sleeping arrangements, because when I had the other group with Chico and I didn't have Vincent yet, Olímpio would also be very hyper nervous and whatnot, hyper vigilant, very nervous, hyper vigilant because of the lack of sleep. But now he's got this big mate, and now he does sleep in the field as well. Oh, I can show you actually the brand. And it's a brand, and it also has some scars over it, so it's a bit hard to see. But if anyone recognizes it, please let me know. It's probably branded wrongly, moving or whatnot. I don't know if it's scars or it just turned and it's just supposed to be a crown or whatnot. But it's mostly a circle with something that looks like a bee in it. So, and she's branded on the left side. Usually means it's not Portuguese, although some used to brand cruzados on the left side, so it's not a given. But I suspect she's either Spanish or she came from Brazil, maybe, because her name Pócótó, although it might be a given name later because I have a newer passport, not her birth certificate. Pócótó is very well known in. It means clip-clop, the sound that horses make when they canter. Very well known in Brazil and not given to horses here in Portugal at all. It's a very un-Portuguese name, and therefore I sort of lean to maybe she came from Brazil. There's quite a big trade between Brazil and Portugal, of course, and yeah. And the shoulder number, the breeders do that to keep their mares apart, basically. Right,